This is my first walkthrough of the cave where my, let's say, 12,000 times great-grandmother lived with a small group of other people. I'm just trying to get an idea of the setup. I don't really have all the props and set pieces that I need. I'm waiting for some things. For one thing, I have to figure out how to make, this is goat skin, I have to figure out how to make that waterproof. And I will make a water bottle, because the first thing that my 12,000 times great-grandmother does when she wakes up in the morning, and she's usually the first person to wake up, is go over to the water jug, which will be right about there where those pieces of birch bark and those two rocks are. That's not my flint. When I researched flint, I realized that I probably could not fake that it would be probably easier and cheaper to buy a flint rock set. So you can actually get that on Amazon for $25, so I'm waiting for that to come. The birch bark I have because of another project, and I may want to, I can probably fake that a little easier, like make like a bigger piece. That would have been for eating, for cooking, for food storage. I found out yesterday that food and water can boil right below the point at which the birch bark would catch fire, which I thought was pretty cool. Anyway, so that, I think what I will have to do over here, where they keep their food, this is towards the back of the cave, where they keep their food, I'll have to like create some sort of structure that's like a natural cubby hole because of fissures in the rock. So they can sort of hide and protect their food that way, and it's probably like covered up, held down with rocks. So that's where the food and water will go. This is the front of the cave, and this is where my 12,000 times great-grandmother would have to go out after she's had her water in the morning to go pee outside the cave. And I'm sure that there must have been some agreed upon place for urination and defecation. You don't want to go too far away from the cave for safety purposes. So that's where great-grandma that would be her next stop in the morning. And I'm waiting also for a bigger piece of fur, because they all pretty much sleep under the same blanket. I don't think it was such a time of plenty like we have now, where everybody has their own blanket, their own, I mean, you'd have your own clothes, but who knows, maybe they shared those too. But when she wakes up in the morning, she's waking up surrounded by, I would assume, relatives, whether by marriage or directly related. And the fire, of course, probably for safety purposes, I mean, I have to look this up too, but I always think when I picture this cave, and I visit this cave in my mind quite a lot, for safety purposes, there's a fire near the front of the cave to scare, deter other animals. And I also think sometimes maybe there's a fire more central, like, you know, the blanket would be put away after everybody was up, and maybe there would be a second fire to warm everybody up, because of course they're not under the blanket, having the warmth of the blanket and the warmth of each other's bodies during the day. And they also, because they would be doing different things in different parts of the cave, the fire that's more central in the cave would also light up the space, so people could sharpen things, could see while they were doing food preparation, etc., all the different things, making and repairing clothes, preparing skins. The scraper, now I just said that, and I'm going to have to do some research on how they prepared skins, like for clothing, and the skin for the water carrier. And I actually found out that it's actually called water skin. I saw that somewhere. I'm still trying to find out more information about that, which hopefully will tell me how they made that waterproof. Anyway, this is very exciting for me, because the cave is just, inside my head, is just this very personal space where I do problem solving, and now I'm about to use it to make art, which is pretty cool.